So this is my Dell Inspiron 1500 running Ubuntu 16.04. It comes with a version of Ubuntu 14.04, but I've upgraded it and now my daughter is using it. But I've been having some issues with it. First of all, I had the hard disk encrypted, and all of a sudden the password was not valid anymore. It's the encryption that's done when the computer starts up, or the decryption is done when the computer starts up. So it made the laptop totally useless, and I had to replace the hard disk. So that was a shame. I went through a long process of filing a ticket with Dell, but they totally did not understand what I was talking about, and finally I gave up. So I just replaced the hard disk and installed Ubuntu 16.04. And then when I gave this computer to my daughter, as I had a new computer myself. And then I noticed that, my daughter noticed that the headphone jack is not working, the one that's on the side here. Here it is. That's totally not working. Probably it just broke down, which is a pain. So I'll show you here if I go to the sound settings. And you can see here that there's only speakers and digital output through the HDMI, and there's no headphone jack. Also, when you plug in a headphone, there we go, then nothing shows up, nothing changes. So when this happened, I installed the backup from the backup software from Dell, because I thought maybe it's a software problem. So I reinstalled Dell's version of Ubuntu 14.04, and still it was not working. So I finally figured out that the headphone jack must be broken. So I bought a little USB to headphone device, and now it's working this way. But it's just a shame, you know, that it has to be like this. Because now, as you can see, it will show up. And then here we have, I need it to zoom. Yes, there we go. Okay. So trust me, it works. I'm not going to go through the trouble of showing it, but it works. So there are a few things that are disappointing about this laptop. First of all, the software will only be the software that comes with it, that's Ubuntu 14.04, will only be supported until April 2017. And still Dell is shipping this computer with this software, so they haven't made this computer available, or this laptop available, with the latest long-term supported version of Ubuntu, which is really strange, I think, because they're shipping a laptop with software that only has official support for 3 more months or 4 more months. And then there's something with the hard disk encryption that all of a sudden it's resetted, or I don't know, there's something wrong with it, and that you cannot log in anymore. And then I had to replace the hard disk, which is, well, not what you want. And then the headphone jack just broke down. So that's also a pain. So quality-wise, these are 2 points that are not well, not too good. And software-wise, also it's a bit of a shame that they did not upgrade the versions that are shipping right now. So I would no longer advise anyone to buy this computer, even though it's a very cheap computer. I mean, you cannot expect it to be blazing fast. It's not blazing fast, but it's okay just for web browsing and stuff like that. But it should work. You know, the hardware should not fail, and the software should be recent, and these 2 points are lacking for this laptop I found. Of course, in the Linux world, you can always tinker and get new software to work. And with Ubuntu, it's fairly easy. So it was very easy to install Ubuntu 16.04. Having said that, it's still a workable computer. It's great for my eldest daughter to use it, just to do some homework and stuff. But I wouldn't recommend this computer for anyone looking for a new computer. There are many other options available. Let me know in the comments below what you think of any other options for cheap Linux laptops. And I'll be looking forward to your comments. Okay, I figured why not show that the audio is working, because that's what sharing is all about. So I just plugged in the headphone. I have the audio player open, Rhythmbox, and I've set the audio to active, because it was muted before, I believe. So I've muted now the speakers and turned on the external audio device. And so if I play, I can hear some music. Let me see if I can have you hear it. Let's see if I can put this somewhere close. Not sure if you're hearing it. Where's the mic? Yeah. Anyway. So let's see if you can hear this. I hope you do. And well, that's some showing off of how the mic is, or the headphone jack is working with the external device. Okay, so that's a video of my experience with the Ubuntu-based Dell Inspiron 1500. I've been using it for well, more than half a year now, and now my daughter is using it. And well, as I explained in the video, it had some issues. Still, I think it's a computer that works pretty well. Nothing special about it. Just too bad that some of the hardware is failing, and that there have been some issues with the BIOS with decrypting and encrypting the hard disk. So that made me have to change the hard disk. And you can easily install Ubuntu 16.04 on it, and I've noticed that almost everything just works out of the box, and that's a great thing, I think. So if you still have one lying around, you can easily upgrade to Ubuntu 16.04, but if you're looking to buy a Linux based laptop, then I would suggest to look for another laptop. Maybe one of the higher end models of Dell. One of my colleagues is running the developer edition and the XPS version of Dell laptops with Ubuntu, and that's running great. But for the price point, this computer is sold at I think there are other options that are better and have better quality of the hardware, and Linux is flexible enough to adapt to any kind of hardware, so you don't have to worry about that. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to seeing your comments in the comment section below.